Hello and welcome back. As you can see, I'm competing in another pageant. Who's surprised? Not me. But honestly, I think that this is one of the most exciting opportunities that I've taken on, I think for many reasons. One, because I absolutely love the system. And two, I'm really excited about the opportunities that it presents at the moment. So before I go into all the fun stuff, let me start by explaining what pageant I have applied for, as if you could not tell. So I'm competing in the upcoming Royal International Miss Canada pageant virtually this February. So what this means is that I applied, everyone kind of gets accepted as a finalist, and I received a regional crown and sash. I'll go through all that fun stuff later. But here is the full sash. Let's give her her full debut. So I will be representing as Ms. Southwestern Ontario. Yes, I'm in the Ms. division. I'm no longer in the Miss division, at least not in this system, because their Miss division starts at 25 years old. I'm 25, I'm gonna be 26 by the time Internationals is, so that's all right with me. I said I wasn't gonna do the full video in crown and sash, but now I kind of really want to, because it's so beautiful. So maybe we'll just leave it on. But let me go into explain a little bit about the system. So to begin, what I love about the RIM Canada system and the Royal International Miss system is that they encourage any type of competitor to come and compete and apply. So this means no matter what shape, size, experience you've had, you will be welcome in this system. And a lot of their founding values include positive pageantry, positive self-image, elegance, glamour, volunteerism, all things that I align with and I support 100%. I'm gonna read a little bit off of their website just so I can do them their due diligence, because I know a lot of you have reached out to me about the system. So it reads, through the promotion of positive pageantry, the RIM Canada team provides finalists the opportunity to develop positive self-image, to see the beauty within themselves, realize their potential, and create lifelong friendships with finalists across Canada. We are proud of the level of commitment our finalists and royalty put in through volunteerism with local causes, and it allows them to be great role models, as well as be sought out for a range of appearances and opportunities. So I think that is so well put, and I think that definitely represents the type of pageantry that I support and I do well in as well, ever since I started about 4 years ago. So how did this opportunity kind of come about? If you watched one of my previous videos, I was talking, it was in my Miss World Canada recap, and I was saying how, I wanted to compete again. I didn't know where, and I was heavily considering going back to Miss World Canada, and who said that I won't go back? Who knows? But as of that moment, I was set. I was gonna do Miss World Canada again, and potentially Miss Universe Canada. And then I started thinking about the RIM Canada system. And the reason that is because I've coached several girls in the system before. Not only that, but I've recommended this system to many of my clients and friends, like many, because especially when they rebranded this last year, and before they were branded as National Canadian Miss. And so any girl who I felt was a good fit for this system, who I would see go to, Miss World Canada, Miss Universe Canada, I was recommending the National Canadian Miss system. And for whatever reason, none of the girls that I recommended the system to took it upon themselves to apply. I don't know why. Maybe it was just timing, but each of them would say, wow, this seems like a really great system, but maybe not right now, or maybe at a later date. They never really said why. So that was that. I didn't think much of it. Now, like I said, I've coached some of the title holders in the system and contestants. So it's always been on my radar, and I've always been really, really passionate about promoting it. But I just haven't seen the girls that I send apply. So rewind to November, I'm done Miss World Canada, and I'm thinking about the RIM Canada system. And I see that they are scheduled to have an in-person pageant this February, so next month, in Edmonton. And I was like, okay. I looked at flights to Edmonton, they were, no joke, $800. That's not including the hotel that you'd have to pay for. So maybe this is a good time to talk about the registration fee. So just to register, this does not include hotel, meals, or anything. It's your registration for the competition, is about $450. If you pay it all at once, you get a little bit of a discount, but $450, friends, for a national competition. Holy cow. So I was like, no problem there. But the kind of like tug of war in my mind was with all the additional fees to go to Edmonton, and then of course like the safety precautions that I would have to take. Mind you, I had just taken a week off and spent an arm and a leg on Miss World Canada. I was like, I don't know if I'm really willing to spend that right now on another national pageant, and then I'd have to pay to go internationally, especially when I have a lot of friends. My sister's getting married this year. I was like, maybe that's just not in the cards for me right now. I think within a week of thinking that, they announced that the pageant is going virtual. And it caught my attention again. I thought, all right, this could be very, very, very doable then, because I no longer have to think about all of those extra fees and kind of hoops that I have to jump through. So again, I started thinking about it, and what went through my mind is, what do I have to gain from this? Why do I want to do it? I always talk about the why behind things. And I remember feeling like, win or lose, I want girls to go to this system. There are so many pageants that are, I don't want to say oversaturated, but they have very, very high contestant rates, which is amazing. But at the same time, that doesn't give the contestants much room to win, especially when you're competing against upwards of 40 to 60 girls. And all I could think of was, this could be another place that girls go to, especially because I just love and support everything that they embody. I'll go into like the categories and things like that after. But I remember thinking, because this is how it is, the virtual pageant's gonna be in February, then they were gonna have the nationals, the 10th anniversary of international, in July. And then in August, they were gonna do another in-person pageant to kind of catch up with the pandemic. They had to postpone a pageant. Anyways, it's usually in August. And so in my mind, I thought, well, if I go and I win, I realistically only have to have the title for about 6 months. So if I did choose to compete after, I still have a lot of time, but it would give me a really great opportunity to showcase to all of the women who follow me that, hey, go and apply for this pageant in August. It's incredible, now that I have that experience. Because again, like I said, I've been telling girls about it, but no one's been applying. So now I'm here to tell you all about it, and you can go apply in August, hooray. No, but seriously, incredible. So what I did is I asked the clients that I'm coaching, because I wanted to make sure that they were okay with it. Like, they're in different divisions, totally not a conflict of interest. And both of them were not just like happy, they were ecstatic. They were geeking out about it. They were like, yes, you have to. And so of course I got the packet. I was talking to the directors. I got really great vibes from the directors. I loved everything I saw about the registration, and I was like, okay, we doing this, we're ready to go. All right. So your girl applied in December, and here we are. So let's talk about applications. Let's talk about applying. What kind of does that mean? So like I said, I paid the $450 registration fee. What did I get from that? Obviously, yes, I got the opportunity to compete in the pageant. What I also got, as you can see, and this is kind of like slipping off me because it's so silky soft, is you all get a regional sash. So what I had to do was send in 3 places around me that I lived in, and they selected kind of the biggest area. So I sent in Windsor, Tecumseh, in southwestern Ontario. They chose the biggest region for me to represent, which I liked. I didn't really understand that, but when it was explained to me, it made sense. So that's why I'm southwestern Ontario. You also get a regional crown. Are you kidding me? Like, this is nicer than it's nicer than other crowns I've worn. We're not gonna go into which crowns, but like, it's a crown. Like, you get a whole tiara here for $450. Plus, let me show you some of the other merch we got. So I'm not gonna go get the t-shirt I got, but I did get a t-shirt. I got this really cute little crown pin, which I put on there. You can see her, she's there. And we got a mask, Royal International Miss Canada mask. We love, love, love the merch. We got a calendar. They gave us, how thoughtful is this? This, I don't know the technical term, but it is a piece of fabric or cloth that you can put on your on your mask, on your sash, so that way if you're ironing it, it's not, the iron isn't directly on the sash. Completely thoughtful, $450. Just get on board with that. A lot of pageants, usually have some type of merch, but to get all of this, I just thought the bang for the buck was so incredible. Now, let's talk about the competition. I do have a couple other Q&A questions that I'll answer after, but maybe I'll answer a lot of them in just this video here. So the competition, the standard main required competition has 4 categories. The first one is volunteerism. So we have these sheets that we're filling out currently with all of our volunteer appearances over the last year. Typically you need, I think it's 10 appearances, just overall, not in crown and sash. But this year, because it's, a pandemic, they're saying 5. So volunteers is worth 25% of the score. 25% is on an evening gown walk. So we were given an evening gown pattern, which I'm going to be filming in the next couple of weeks, and it will be submitted for 25%. Another 25% is going to be through an interview with the judges. This is now going to be virtually. And right before that interview, we are going to be doing a live introduction of ourselves, which is pretty much a 1-minute speech about who we are, our goals, ambitions, and things like that. So 4 categories, each is worth 25% to give you the overall score. Now that is the standard competition. They also have a slew of other optional competitions you can compete in. I think each one you have to pay about $50 to compete in. So some of them are, they have a role model competition, which if you win that, you get to go represent at internationals. They have photogenic, natural photogenic, talent, I think a spokesperson. They have quite a few other optionals. I am not competing in any of them because it would be a conflict of interest, and I'm okay with that. I'm just really excited to be even competing in the virtual pageant. So that is the breakdown of scoring. Now, because we're about a month away, leading up to the competition, there are weekly workshops that we are attending. So we've already had 2. The first one was an introductory one. The last one that we just did this weekend was about walking patterns, introduction, different things like that. Because you got to consider that there are some really young girls, there are some women who it's their first time. So they're really trying to cover all of their bases and make sure that everybody's on the same page, which is fantastic. And the ones to come, there'll be ones about dream boards that we're doing, which obviously I love. You all know I love vision boards and different things along those lines. So that is the Royal International Miss Canada pageant that's going to be virtually. And like I said, I'm really, really, really excited. They have, I want to say 7 age divisions. I think that's what I saw on their website. So welcoming of all ages, women. I don't really see a downside to competing in this system, honestly. Obviously, it would be so incredible to do it in person, but I just felt like for me and the timing and my goals, this was so perfectly timed. And I wouldn't want to do it in August because I just don't know where I'm going to be in August. And I figured, you know what, I think this would be my time to do it. I think that this would be the best time. And I would love to continue promoting their platform and their pageant to all of my pageant gals. I think that this is definitely one you should all keep on your radars and that you should consider competing in. If you're looking for a little bit of glam, they embody this. They want elegant, they want glamour. And if you also want something that has to do with community service, they want the volunteerism. So it really did just check off all my boxes. And again, I thought, well, I could compete in like Miss World Canada or Miss Universe Canada, but let's be fair, it's gonna cost me a lot more. And the chances of me winning a title, I'm not saying that they're low. I'm not saying that at all. I know I could go, I could compete, I could prepare, and I could totally win a title. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying my chances of having a big significant impact aren't as great. Like I could go and I could win, or I could not. It seemed indifferent to me. Whereas this, I actually feel like I could really help not only promote a great system, but help other women who maybe need to develop some of these other values, bring them together, and that would be a really great legacy to leave, rather than going to another system that's already got the publicity. It's already got the contestant enrollment. So that is all in all why I've chosen to compete for the Royal International Ms. Canada system. It didn't really matter to me that I was going to be in the Ms. division. I just wanted to compete in this system, and if that meant that I wasn't a Miss, it didn't really matter to me. So no, we won't go into questions right now. I want to talk about internationals. This is correct, Maria. Okay, so internationals are going to be in Orlando, Florida in July, from July 10th, I want to say, to about July 18th. July 18th should be the new title holder photo shoot. And this year is expected to be one of their biggest pageants, because they're celebrating it 10 years being in the industry. So congrats to them no matter what. It's also going to be my parents' 29th anniversary on the 18th. Maybe that'll be like a fun little sign, a fun little gift I can give to them. Imagine being an international title holder. That would be literally so incredible. But yes, that is internationals. The way it works, it's very similar to the national scoring and things like that. I would definitely love to compete in optionals at internationals. That is something that I plan on doing. Definitely. A little bit about the prize package. You do have to, not all of the international fee is covered, but a very generous amount is. And honestly, I think, again, for the amount of things that you get from winning and being in the system, the amount that you would be investing to go internationally and, to be able to fully represent and compete, I honestly think it's a steal compared to most systems. So I have no problem with that. So a lot of these questions I just answered, haha. One of the questions, it will not be live streamed. This is all going to be behind closed doors, but they will be announcing the final, winners and things like that on the 14th, I believe, of February. So Valentine's Day, fun. When is international? When is the pageant? Yes, love the crown. Thank you. I do too. It's iridescent. My last crown that I won was iridescent, that I got to keep, not my last crown I won. So I think it's cool. It's like I got a collection going. That's really exciting. Because so let's reverse rewind. I knew I was going to be getting a regional crown and sash. The day I got the package, my dad brought it to me. It was like midnight. And I was so excited opening this thing. Like, I've never been so excited. And I have sashes, I have quite a few sashes, and I have one crown. But opening this package, I was like, oh my God, look, we got a t-shirt. Oh my God, look, we got this little fabric thing. It was such an exhilarating moment that I can understand how other girls just love that experience of getting that initial welcome package, just because I've never gotten that before from another system. So I thought that was incredibly personal and just so well worth it. What does RIM stand for? So I said it's Royal International Miss. Their role model program, which is very big to them. Like, you can win an international title just based on their role model program. I won't go all into that. But the RIM there stands for Role Models Inspiring and Motivating, or something like that. That's not fully correct. The first one is Role Models, though. And why compete there? What makes them stand out? I definitely think I've mentioned all of these things. Another thing too, they don't have swimsuit, which I know, I have no issue competing in swimsuit, but I know that puts a lot of other women at ease when they know you don't have to worry about competing in swimsuit. And I feel like that just really aligns well with the values of the system. And let's be real, the pageants that I've won didn't have a swimsuit competition in them. They were very personality based. They were very community service oriented. So I'm completely okay with not having that in this competition. But if they did, I would bring it. What makes them stand out? Again, I think that they have such a great community that they've fostered, and they have the right amount of glam and glitz, but not so over the top that that's the main focus. They definitely focus more on individualism and community spirit, developing that, fostering those sisterly relationships, especially with the workshops leading up to it. It's very, very, very contestant engaging. This one has been on my radar. Excited to know your thoughts. Already, the pageant's a month away, and I'm like, y'all need to sign up for August. My goal, I want to see at least 5 of my pageant gals sign up for this pageant in August. I am excited. I think that this is going to be the next big system, in our industry. It gives you an incredible chance to go internationally, no matter what age you are. And the Royal International Miss Pageant, it's on the same level internationally, I would say, as IJM, NAM, which are obviously together now, like Galaxy, like they're all very glitzy but community based. I would say it's definitely on that same level, but because it just recently rebranded from National Canadian Miss to Royal International Miss, we just got to get that contestant enrollment up. So I'm here for it. I'm here to help them. What will you do as the title holder? So that is a fantastic question. We'll end it off there. And one thing that I've already mentioned is that I want to help this system fly. I want to see so many more contestants competing. I want to see each of their age divisions at least have 10 competitors. I think that that is not far off of a realistic goal that can happen for the August pageant. And also, I would also want to continue to promote my platform, Live Life Alive, which is sharing self-care strategies and holistic health techniques to you all. I think we all know that 2020 was not the end of it. We're going to experience a lot more downs and a lot more challenging times in 2021. And so I'm really revamping everything that I can do to provide the tools and techniques that I do to stay sane and healthy at these times. So if you look on my social media, I've already started sharing a lot of self-care techniques, videos you can watch, things you can do in your daily life just to maintain your sense of aliveness and awakeness every single day. I also have a really exciting thing I'm going to be planning. I can't say anything because it's in the works, but I'm excited about it. This is big. It's going to be big, and I'm hoping this will be something I can launch as Royal International Miss if I were to win. It would be something I announce probably around March time, but let's just say it's a very cool opportunity to promote the idea of women in power, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm really excited. Stay tuned. Things are still working out. Okay, everybody, that is all for this video. I think we're pretty lengthy right now, but I've given as much detail as I can, and I can't wait to keep taking you along this journey and showcasing a lot more about the system. Again, thank you to Callie and to Terry Lee for helping me get involved with the system, and just for being so understanding and so helpful to all of the contestants and delegates. Really standout directors. Fun fact, one of the directors, Callie, I think she's like 7 or 8 months pregnant, and she shows up for the girls and she's answering her emails. She's on each of the calls. I'm like, wow, that's gonna be me one day. That's totally gonna be me one day. Like, baby in the womb, teaching some runway walks to girls, honestly. So huge appreciation for them as well. Can't wait to keep advocating for this system and hopefully being able to bring home another title, representing Southwestern Ontario proudly as always. But I cheer for all of the girls. I'm excited for each one of them. I think it's a really cool chance for them all to be able to win, and I don't think I have anything in the bag. I think that I've got to keep putting in the work. I've got to keep showing up and practicing, and fingers crossed. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Please be sure to follow me on social media. I'll link those down below so that way you can continue to watch my journey to the crown of Royal International Miss Canada. That's all for today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.